It started as a simple plan. 4 students from University of California, Los Angeles had been talking about this trip for weeks. Late-night discussions in dorm rooms, group chats filled with memes, and a shared need to escape the pressure of assignments and exams. The group was small, but close. There was Ethan, the driver of the group, calm, logical, the kind of guy who didn't believe in anything paranormal. Marcus, loud and always joking, the one who turned every situation into entertainment. Daniel, quieter, more observant, the kind of person who notices things others don't.
And then there was Lena, the only girl in the group, smart, curious, and the one who originally suggested the trip. Their destination? A remote camping area near Angeles National Forest, specifically somewhere off Angeles Crest Highway, a road known for its beautiful views and, according to online forums, strange stories. They left Los Angeles just before sunset. The city lights slowly faded behind them as Ethan drove higher into the mountains. The air grew colder, thinner, quieter. At first, everything felt normal. Music was playing. Marcus was making jokes. Lena was recording short clips for memories. But about an hour into the drive, things started to feel off. It was Daniel who noticed it first. Has anyone else seen that car before? Ethan glanced in the rearview mirror. There's no car behind us.
Daniel frowned. No, I mean earlier, back near the last turn. A black SUV. I've seen it twice now. Marcus laughed. Bro, we're literally on one road. Of course you've seen the same car. Daniel didn't respond. Because deep down, he knew what he saw. The SUV hadn't passed them, and it hadn't fallen behind. It had just appeared.
A few minutes later, Lena's phone signal dropped completely. "No service," she said, tapping her screen. "That's weird." Ethan shrugged. "We're in the mountains. That's normal." But then, the music cut out. Not paused, not glitched. It just stopped. The car fell into an uncomfortable silence. Marcus leaned forward. "Okay, that's creepy. Who turned it off?" "I didn't," Ethan said. Daniel slowly turned his head toward the back window. And that's when he saw it again. The black SUV. This time, closer. Too close. "Ethan," Daniel said quietly, "don't stop the car." Ethan's grip tightened on the steering wheel. "I wasn't planning to."
As they rounded a sharp curve, the SUV suddenly vanished. Gone. No headlights, no engine sound, nothing. Marcus turned around. Where did it go? No one answered. Because at that exact moment, Lena gasped. "Wait, what is that?" Everyone looked forward. Standing in the middle of the road was a figure. Tall, still, and completely motionless. Ethan slammed the brakes. The car screeched to a halt just a few meters away. For a second, no one spoke. The figure didn't move, didn't react, didn't even breathe. "Is that a person?" Marcus whispered. Ethan slowly reached for the headlight switch, flicking it to high beam. The light flooded the road, and the figure was gone.
No footsteps, no running, no sound. Just gone. "Okay, we're not staying here," Ethan said immediately, putting the car back into drive. No one argued.
They finally reached a small, isolated camping area deeper inside Angeles National Forest. It wasn't an official campground, just a clearing someone had marked online. No other cars, no lights, no people. "Perfect," Marcus said sarcastically. "Exactly where people disappear." They set up their tents quickly. The forest around them was unnaturally quiet. No insects, no wind, no distant animals. Just silence. It started small. Lena heard something first, a faint rustling behind the trees. Daniel noticed the temperature drop suddenly, like stepping into a freezer. Marcus tried to joke again, but even he wasn't laughing anymore. And Ethan kept checking the car over and over, as if he expected something to be standing next to it. Around midnight, they gathered near the campfire. "That thing on the road?" Lena said softly. "We all saw it, right?" "Yes," Daniel replied immediately. Marcus hesitated. "Yeah." Ethan didn't answer. Instead, he pointed toward the forest. "Did you guys hear that?" They all went silent. And then, a voice. Faint, distant, calling out from deep within the trees. "Help." Lena's face went pale. "Did that just say help?" Marcus stood up. "That's not funny. Who's out there?" No response. Just silence again. The voice came back. Closer this time. "Ethan." Ethan froze. His name. It had just called his name. "How does it know my name?" he whispered. Daniel shook his head slowly. "It doesn't. But it's not supposed to." The trees began to move. Not from wind. From something walking between them. Slow. Heavy. Circling the camp. Lena grabbed her phone. No signal. Still no signal. Marcus stepped backward toward the fire. "Guys, I think we should leave." Ethan nodded. "Yeah. Now." They rushed toward the car, hands shaking, breath uneven. Ethan unlocked it quickly. They all jumped inside. Doors slammed shut. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, Daniel looked up. "Ethan?" Ethan turned slightly. "What?" Daniel's voice dropped to a whisper. "Don't start the car." "Why?" Daniel pointed slowly toward the windshield. Standing directly in front of the car was Lena. Same clothes, same face, same expression. But Lena was sitting in the back seat, right behind them. If she's there, Daniel whispered, then what is that? The thing outside tilted its head, smiled, and began walking toward the car. The engine wouldn't start. Ethan tried again. And again. Nothing. The thing was now right next to the driver's window. It leaned closer. Its face changing, shifting, like it couldn't decide what it wanted to look like. Marcus started screaming. Lena covered her mouth. Daniel shut his eyes. "Drive!" Marcus shouted. Ethan slammed the gas. The car sped forward. For a second, they thought they hit it. But when Ethan checked the mirror, nothing. The road behind them was empty. No one spoke for the next 20 minutes. The forest slowly faded. The road widened. And eventually, phone signals came back. Lights appeared in the distance. Civilization. Marcus finally broke the silence. "We're not talking about this to anyone." No one disagreed. But Daniel hadn't said a word since they left. He just kept staring at the side mirror. The car continued down Angeles Crest Highway. Everything seemed normal again. Too normal. A few minutes later, Lena's phone buzzed. Signal was back. She unlocked it and frowned. "That's weird." "What?" Marcus asked. She turned the phone toward them. It was a group photo from earlier that night, taken at the campsite. All four of them were standing together, smiling, normal. But now, there were 5 people in the photo. One standing slightly behind them, tall, blurry, face not fully visible. And the worst part? No one remembered taking that picture.
Ethan slowly put the car back into drive. Either way, we're done with that place. Marcus nodded. "Yeah. Angeles National Forest." He let out a nervous breath. Never again. As the car merged back onto Angeles Crest Highway, leading toward the city, Lena quietly locked her phone. She didn't delete the photo. None of them told her to. Because deep down, they all knew. Some things aren't meant to be explained. Some places aren't meant to be understood. And some encounters don't end when you leave.